Hey y'all, and welcome back. Get on in here, get on in here. We're gonna recap Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 6, episode 20. While you coming on in, gonna get comfortable, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and go ahead on and share it with your friends and cousins, cause we got a lot to talk about. Okay, so y'all, the scene opened up, picking up from last week, where Chris Fletcher went to the job site where Martell was on, to gently remind him, bro, you need to be gone, okay? You got to the first of the month. It started out as months, weeks, your timeline ain't adding up. You need to be gone by the first. And if I need to get a truck to help you move, boom, I'll do it, okay? That was pretty neat. Then they moved on to Marceau. So now Chris Fletcher telling him the things Marceau was saying. And Marceau was being a little foul at dinner, trying to, I ain't gonna say discredit, but trying to downplay the things that the Holts have done for them. And in my opinion, I think it was pretty noble of Martell to rein Marceau in when they created Scope. You get what I'm saying? Because Scope came off the back of Holt and Holt. So that was a come up for Marceau, who was working at a movie theater that was mentioned in the conversation. I don't know, so I'm going to stamp alleged on that. But that should have been a come up, but it wasn't. Marceau didn't see it as such. And later on, you're going to see another scene where they actually discuss that. But anyway, what I can appreciate in this one scene, this is the very first time that we see Martell actually defending Melody. I like the way he's saying that Scope wouldn't be where they were if it weren't for Melody and her connections. Even Miss Vanessa stayed on to work at Scope after the partnership dissolved. I just don't get where the Scotts are coming in feeling as though Melody and Martell didn't do anything, including Miss Vanessa. That's a little, I don't know. That's a little backhanded business. That's what I'm going to call it. Backhanded business. But the scene wraps up. Martell having to leave. His girl's getting their hair done. He got to go get the kids. So we're going to move on to the next scene. Okay, so y'all, the next scene opened up. Tisha done brought Macy and Mila over to Angela's house. They're going to be packaging products, getting things ready for shipment. That's cool. But I'm noticing that a bulk of the time you see Tisha, or if Tisha trying to do something, Angela is always there. And I'm wondering, is Angela and her husband auditioning for a spot? Because we know the Whitlows called in this week. I'm going to keep my eye open for that. Moving on, Marceau did pop up. Of course, he had to insert himself and tell them what they need to do and how to do it and blah, 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 blah. This coming from the man who told Courtney, you sell women's hair care products for a living. I digress from that again. But Tisha did bring up about the town hall meeting, about him and Stormy's conversation, and asked him how he felt about it. And I'm glad he was honest enough to tell her, no, I don't get down like that. She's faking, and I was reciprocating the energy.
What I'm saying is, in retrospect, I do it again, and going forward, I'll be doing the exact same thing. Because I don't believe that I did anything wrong in that situation.
So you don't care if it caused an issue between me and the other girl?
Honestly, that's not a relationship I've had.
But I like Stormy.
You can like it.
All right, so now the scene come up with Kim and her friend Andrea. Andrea. It's kind of hard to know how they pronounce their names nowadays. But anyway, the first thing I want to say is, why is Kimmy so comfortable talking about a sex life with this woman? But I digress. I'm gonna move on from that. And I'm also gonna say, why does Kimmy feel comfortable receiving sex toys from her friend, this woman, again? But I'm gonna digress from that too. But they're talking about the same problem her and Andrea always talk about: the sex in her and Maurice's marriage, how he wants more, her libido's down, she feel bad because she can't give him what he wants, she has no desire, yeah. Now, I can appreciate Andrea trying to help her out, but woman to woman, if she's telling you that my libido, which is her drive, is down, this is a side effect of medication. Maurice already telling her it's a mental thing when it's not. I can appreciate the friend trying to help her out, but the things that she's suggesting, such as the sex toys, the therapies and whatnot, that's not going to affect that libido. This is a side effect of some drugs, life-saving drugs, might I add. But I just find it really, really, really weird how this is the only conversation we get from these two women. And I'm going to end it right there. Now we're moving to Tisha and Marceau. Now they trying to record a promo or some type of advertisement for they having a Bet on Black event that's going to help donate money, or it's for a charity that they've created for the Martisha and Marceau Scott Foundation, whatever, that every child deserves a home or something. It's a little wordy. It's long. And I don't even know what the acronym could be for that. But anyway, here we got Angela again. Angela and her husband, they are shooting the promo. I'm telling you, they working hard. I promise you, they're working super hard. But this is what's getting me. These are millionaires, right? They want to talk about Melody not being professional enough to speak at the Black Business Expo. They done talked about Martell not being a professional. These are millionaires. Why you got somebody shooting y'all promo with iPhones? Y'all just pay attention. There's no cameras. They're using phones to record something that they're gonna use to advertise to raise money. I don't get it, y'all. I promise you, I'm not getting it. They're using iPhones. I couldn't pay attention to what was going on. Too busy looking at the iPhone footage. They are recording the promo with an iPhone, but I digress. All right, so the next scene is Marceau. He's going to see Martell. He said to check on him, but he know that Martell was feeling some type of way about that town hall meeting. So he's trying to go over and do what he do, talk his way around stuff. But in the meantime, Chris Fletcher, he shows up. He's putting a sign in the yard. Hint, hint, you got to go, bro. I'm finna sell this house. But anyway, it's nothing but Marceau and Martell going back and forth about who did what for who, what Holt and Holt did for Scout, all that good stuff. Nobody, it's not like we haven't heard this before, so they just go round and round. I'm just glad that Chris Fletcher was there to actually put a stop to it, saying, y'all can go back and forth all day on this. We just need to leave this way it's at. It is what it is. And that's pretty much the truth of it. I don't think Marceau going to ever give the Holtz credit for what all they did to help them in aid of that business, especially trying to give them any type of credit for Scope, even though Holt is in the name. Okay, so now y'all, the show wrapping up. Mel invited Kiki out to talk since she missed the baby reveal. So, she was just checking on her, making sure she was all right. And, Kiki said she was sick, and that's why she didn't show up. Because she loved to show her face, and she would never back down, regardless of what her and Tiffany going through. Bless her heart. But Mel filled in on everything that was going on, like what went down at the baby reveal, told her what was going down at the town hall meeting and all the tension that was between Courtney, Stormy, and Marceau. But, Storm had already got a hold of Kiki and gave Kiki her side of the story. But that was some stuff Mel wasn't aware of. But anyway, they just going through talking, and Kiki let her in on the fact that, yeah, I done heard the rumors about Marceau cheating and, going into the threesome. I think we saw all that in the mid-season trailer. But, yeah, this is the beginning of that conversation. I guess we'll see what that conversation produces on next week's episode. But that's pretty much how the show ended. Mel and Kiki talking. And, yeah, I think I'm waiting to see what that conversation produced next week. Well, I thank y'all for joining me. I'll see y'all on the next one. Don't forget to click like, comment, and share.